Results are going to be very, very crucial. Let's take a look at the 22 yards. It's once again the same wicket we had yesterday, wicket number 6 here at the center score. And yesterday we saw it was kind of slow, kind of low, and I think it's going to be the same trend this day as well. In fact, it might be even slower and even lower. So I think looking to bowl first and restrict the opposition would be the wisest choice. You want to know the score that you are chasing, because anything is truly possible in the D10. Overall, the nature of the wicket is not really going to change, and it's going to be an exciting day here at the D10.
Well, that was a pitch report. Very interesting indeed. Now let's go straight. Yeah, so this is the points table. So Dubai right at the top with 4 games, 4 wins out of 4 games. They're right at the top in a very, very good position. Emirates Blues at number 2 with 3 wins and a loss. Ajman at number 3. After that couple of losses yesterday, have slightly slid it down. They're at 6 points. Sharjah at number 4, also closely followed by Ajman, both on equal points, number 3 and 4. And then you have Abu Dhabi, Fujairah and Emirates Reds, who are yet to get their first points on the table. And the table is still very much open. We're still around that halfway stage and still plenty of games remaining. And that certainly is going to be extremely interesting. Bro, they didn't. Well, let's go to Ahmed Khawaja out there with the 2 captains for the all-important toss.
Toss time for match number 17 of the 2026 Emirates D10. I have the VVIPs alongside me here in the middle of the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Leading team Abu Dhabi, we have hard-hitting opener Luqman Faisal. Leading team Emirates Reds, we have the wicketkeeper bat Atikur Rahman. And our esteemed match referee Mr. Afzal Sher Khan. Is going to be Abu Dhabi to flip the coin. Please go ahead. Heads is the call. And it's a roller. It has come down as heads. So Emirates Reds, Atikur Rahman, you have won the toss. What are you thinking?
We'll bat first.
Batting first on this wicket, what do you think is a decent score in the first innings?
I think 100 plus will be the decent score. So yeah.
Any changes to the team?
Yeah, Punya is in and Aryanch is out.
All the best.
So much cheers.
Lukman, unfortunately टॉस हार गए. अगर आप टॉस जीते आपका क्या इरादा था?
जी हम भी बैटिंग करना चाहते थे.
चलिए अब चेस आ गई तो क्या होगा सेफ स्कोर सेकंड इनिंग्स में चेस करना?
जी जी बिल्कुल माशाल्लाह हमारे पास बैटर अच्छे हैं तो इंशाल्लाह चेस करेंगे लाजमी.
कितना स्कोर सोच रहे हैं?
हम तो सोच रहे हैं कि इंशाल्लाह 70-80 में इंशाल्लाह पकड़े जल्दी तो इंशाल्लाह फिर जीत जाएंगे.
टीम में चेंजेस?
नहीं चेंजेस कोई नहीं है, सेम टीम है.
All the best.
Thank you sir.
Right then, Emirates Reds have won the coin flip and they've elected to have a bat.
Well, Ahmed Khawaja looking sharp as always. So that is the news from the centre. The Emirates Reds have won the toss and have elected to bat first. And this is the playing 11 for Emirates Reds. You've got right at the top Aditya Singh Chauhan, the dashing right-handed batter who's been in red-hot form in the tournament. Mohammad Saad again got a very, very good start yesterday. Was unfortunately dismissed just as he got going. Punya Bhatia, Nabil Arshad, Atikur Rahman, the captain, Harsh Desai, the ambidextrous spinner and all-rounder Syed Musaib, Sudesur Rahman, Faisal Patel, Wasiuddin Zafar and Gatin Wadwa. Makes the playing 11 for Emirates Reds. So certainly looks like a well-balanced squad, but they need some points on the table. And this is Abu Dhabi. Well, there are some serious superstars in that lineup. Right at the top is that man, Luqman Faisal. Well, he's one of the hardest hitting right-handed batters we've witnessed here in the UAE domestic circuit. Kamran Atta, Ali Abid, another prolific run getter. Jeet Bhatia, Muhammad Nadim, another very experienced campaigner. Nasir Faraz, a very, very strong right-handed batter. Shehan Veera Ratna, a very good wicket-keeper batter. Raja Akifullah, Said Nazir, Junaid Khan Afridi and Ilyas Khan make the playing 11 for Team Abu Dhabi. Well, beautiful conditions here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's nice and sunny and bright out there. Temperatures ranging just above the 25-26 degree mark. And lovely conditions here for cricket. As we go on towards the latter part of the evening, temperatures will begin to drop. But right now, cricketers, the batters and the fielders will certainly enjoy the conditions out there. Lovely, lovely outfield. And as Ahmad said, show us in the centre on the pitch report, this certainly would be a belter of a track, but also it will have something for the bowlers as well. Umpires walking out into the centre. Name of umpire Sunij and umpire Kashif will be officiating the game today. Match number 17 just about to get underway. And very experienced, those two men out there. ICC panel umpires, usually very accurate with their decisions. And they certainly will bring that experience that we certainly look forward to in the officiating of these games in such events. Well, so right now, Emirates Reds, having lost all their games so far, it's become that much more important and absolutely crucial that they get the first points on the table. But certainly beautiful colors out there. You've got the lush green outfield along with the yellow and the red. Well, to speak more about the game, I've just been joined here in the box with my co-commentator and my very good friend, Mr. Mudassar Ali. Mudassar, welcome, my friend. Looks like you've had a good night's sleep last night.
Good afternoon, Atik, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. Yes, yesterday it was a long day, but luckily it's a weekend here in Sharjah, so had a sound sleep. A lovely afternoon here in United Arab Emirates, Sharjah. Day 5 of Emirates D10. And yet to taste a victory in this tournament, Emirates Reds. They're up against the experienced side of Abu Dhabi, getting ready to bowl that first ball is the experienced fast bowler Akifullah Raja. And also good to see the way the management is backing the youngsters when we talk about Emirates Reds. Yet again it will be Saad Rafai and his partner Aditya Singh Chauhan at non-striker end, who batted beautifully last night. So new day, new beginning for these two sides. No slip in position. Play on, says the umpire, runs in Akifullah Raja. Very watchful with that angle, trying to come into the left-hand batter. Backed offside field. We have seen plenty of runs yesterday at the belter of a track provided by the curator, and it looks the same today as well.
Well, yes, they're playing on the same surface, isn't it? And with a lot of cricket being played, over 80 overs yesterday. And I would expect the pitch to slightly slower up today as we go on towards the latter part of the night, with the dew sitting in as well. But this is a very good shot. Look at that. Great balance there by Mohammad Saad. And this is what he can offer you. When it's in his slot, all he has got to do is put it into the gap and you will get full value for shots. Great way to get off the mark.
A good use of the feet by the left-hand batter, Saad Rafai. Leaning on that front foot. Committed for the drive and beautifully managed towards that offside. Off the mark in style with that 4 runs. Off the mark is Emirates Reds. So much talent available here in UAE. And good to see youngsters getting a lot of opportunities through this platform. As we have seen Emirates Reds as well as Fujairah. Change of angle. It's time driven straight towards Luqman Faisal. This tournament is all about shaping and grooming the youngsters and provide them a platform which will for surely it will help UAE national side.
Well, that is the plan, isn't it, for having such tournaments. These should be the feeding routes, the grassroots levels. And just look at that for a stroke again. Well, this time he was more in control. It was along the carpet. The previous one was slightly uppish. But this one was beautifully played, but slightly squarer. And the result remains the same.
Rightly said. In control, Saad Rafai. Very strong towards that offside. And good to see. He's coming under the ball, reaching the ball, then playing those shots quite comfortably. A couple of boundaries.
Oh, that kind of squared him up a little bit. A quick single being taken. That is perhaps what I've seen in Mohammad Saad sometimes when he tries to flick the ball towards the leg side, Mudassir. Just like that, he can get squared up a little bit. That is the weak point that bowlers have got to try and exploit. Try to pitch the ball up and bring it into the right hander, and more often than not, that is where you will stand a chance in picking up a wicket.
Absolutely. Did not look comfortable playing towards that square. Wanted to pull that extra bounce, extra pace, but brave enough was Aditya Singh Chauhan to commit for that pull shot. A good comeback by Akifullah Raja. First over done and dusted, 9 for no loss.
Mohammad Nadeem opening the bowling, very surprising to say the least, and sometimes this can be a risky ploy here because Mudassir, there is a left-hander out there in the middle, and Mohammad Nadeem bowling those left-arm orthodox deliveries certainly gives those balls right into the arc of the batter. And now this is going to be very interesting because there is a right-hander in place, and Aditya Singh, well, we saw how he approaches his innings, isn't it?
Making room. The good thing was he gave that single to Sadra from the very first ball. Now 4 more balls to go in this over, and Aditya loves to attack. Was shaping up to go towards leg side, but the ball went towards the other side. So just trying to hit it hard, not reading that line and length.
Yeah, Nadeem is somebody who'll skid the ball up, and this one was a full toss outside off stump. He was advancing down the pitch. His eyes lit up the moment he saw it, full and wide. A full toss and easy pickings for any batter for the caliber of Aditya Singh Chauhan.
Excellent. An attacking approach. He forced Nadeem to change his line and length. He was surprised the way he came down the track. One more time towards that offside. So back-to-back boundaries. Beautifully managed.
Well, the risk of bringing in a left-arm spinner inside the power play overs. And this is what can transpire. A couple of easy boundaries. Was in the slot. All Aditya had to do was get enough bat over the fielder inside the 30-yard circle. And this outfield is lightning quick. No chance for the fielders inside the 30-yard circle the moment it beats them. Off to a flying start here, the Emirates Reds. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Is this? Five losses in the previous game. This is match number 6 for Emirates Reds. It's absolutely vital that they win the next 5 if they want to stand a chance. Well, this is nicely flicked. Beautifully played. But in fact, the fielder in the deep was positioned exactly that. The shot was on. But had he managed to get it slightly squarer, that could have been a boundary. But he managed to pick the single fielder in the deep.
Clever. Bowling as per the field. And he forced Singh to go big towards that leg side. He made room, but following the batter was Nadeem, and a good catch taken in the deep. The first casualty for Reds. Couple of boundaries for Aditya Singh Chauhan. It's 18 for the loss of 1 at the end of over number 2. Surprise! It's the captain getting ready to bowl the third over. Gentle medium pace, Ali Abid. So just 1 over for Akifullah Raja. Wicket went down in the previous over. Saad joined by Punya now. Trying to check his shot. Is there a chance? Just falling away from Nadeem. This has been the problem for Reds. Just not able to consolidate on a good start. Not able to have big partnerships.
Well, it's been the story for them throughout the entire tournament, isn't it? You had some sparks of brilliance during each phases, and then the problem there has been for Emirates Reds is that the team effort, where every single body puts their hand up, perform on a regular basis, that's been something that's been missing as far as Emirates Reds is concerned. That's a couple of runs, in fact just a single though. Very well done there by Lukman Faisal. So this has been something that they've got to try and come out of, isn't it, Mudassar? They need a partnership first, and 2-3 overs, the openers have got to get a good start, and then you need to try and build from there. Target around 110 runs I know, and then try and defend it.
Change of pace, beautifully bowled, ball keeping a bit low. Rightly said, Atiq. It's all about the calculation. You need to be very calculated when you're facing experienced bowlers. Aditya Singh Chauhan got runs against Nadeem in the previous over, but just gave away his wicket. Got carried away trying to get after Nadeem. In the process, he lost his wicket. In the slot, goes toward that offside. Not a proper connection. What an excellent effort coming from the fielder in the deep.
Well, he does extremely well there. A great piece of footwork just to keep the ball inside the field of play. Let's have a look at that again. And I think is that Lukman Faisal. Yes, I believe it is Lukman Faisal, bringing in his footy skills, saving a couple of runs for his team. Well, goes down the ground. That's a very good stroke. Has that carried all the way? The umpires want to have a look, but if my eyesight serves me right, Mudassar Ali, I feel that was just inside the boundary ropes.
What a shot. He always looks comfortable whenever he commits on the front foot. Goes straight over the bowler. Proper connection. Ball falling just in front of the boundary line. So, for me, it's 4 runs. But still we need to wait for the confirmation. Looking good, Saad Mohammad Rafai. Did it just bounce in front of the rope, or did it landed directly on that boundary line?
Well, it's a very tough decision there for the umpire. It does look like it hit the rope on the full. And in fact, there we go. That's the confirmation from the umpire. So it's a boundary. And my eyesight has not given me up, Mudassar.
Because there was no disturbance when we had a look at the boundary line. A change of angle. By getting that boundary, he forced Abid to change his angle as well as line and length. An extra has been added. Started off really well, but now 9 so far. Going at around 9.53. All eyes will be on Mohammad Saad. He's the key for Reds.
A terrific left-handed batter. Smart. Just knocks it down for a single. You've already got 10 runs of the over. 3 overs done. 28 for 1, Emirates Reds. So it's Jeet Bhatia, the leg spinner, who comes into bowl. And that's been played very fine towards the leg side. Another boundary here for Mohammad Saad. And this is again a huge risk being taken by the captain of Abu Dhabi, bringing in a leg spinner to the set left-handed batter. (22 of 12 now for Mohammad Saad. Well, goes inside out. That's a very, very good shot and a brilliant piece of effort by the fielder. I believe that Shehan Veeraratne, once again on the boundary ropes, took a brilliant catch early on. And a very good effort just to keep it down to a couple of runs.
Trying to go after Jeet Bhatia, targeting the youngster Mohammad Saad, batting with a plan. He knows they need to post a good total to defend against Abu Dhabi, who has a very good, strong batting lineup. Just single of one delivery faced so far by Punya. Good to see someone like Veeraratne in the field. The boy hails from Sri Lanka, from your homeland, Atik, and generally Sri Lankans are very good fielders.
Well, he's naturally a wicket keeper by profession, by trade. He did wicket keep in the Emirates D50 as well. But yeah, very agile young man, Shehan Veeraratne. Very good left-handed batter. I've seen him score some very crucial runs for Team Abu Dhabi in the Emirates D50. But not very sure if he belongs to the T10 format. Well, he can prove us wrong tonight. So another very good over here for Team Reds. Another 11 run coming there from Jeet Bhatia. 4 done, 39 for 1.
Back into the attack, the left arm orthodox. Wayward down the leg. Excellent job done by the wicket keepers, certainly saving some runs. Thought of a run, sent back, needed a direct hit. Good job. Sharp behind the stumps. Quick reflexes shown by the wicket keeper. Yes and no, and that's the end of Punya.
Well, that is disaster. That is just harakiri, to say the least, is what he's committed to himself. So Mohammad Nadeem takes the bails off in a flash. The second wicket falls. Punya departs. Emirates now in a spot of bother. It's 40 for 1, 40 for 2. Well, that's a boundary. Very nicely played. Straight away after the wicket falling. That's not beginning to phase Mohammad Saad, who's batting beautifully. A short ball outside off stump. Hit over inside out over covers. That's a beautifully played shot by Mohammad Saad. He'll certainly hold the keys here for Team Reds. 44 now on the board. Well, slight improvisation. They're trying to go to the offside and sweep it over the mid-wicket region. A risky ploy there, Mudassir. But he's batting quite well the way he is. I don't think still it demands, the situation demands improvisation. There you go. Runs keep coming your way. Another 4 wides down the leg side.
The second time in this over, he tried to bowl a quicker one targeting his pads. Look at that poor, ordinary stuff from Nadeem. No chance for the wicket keeper. 5 easy runs will be added to the total. Impressive. This young lad, though he has lost his partners, getting those runs for his side. 50 comes up for Emirates Reds.
Well, 15, 4.4 overs is very good going, so to say the least. Reds now have to make sure that they finish off quite well. Mohammad Nadeem proving to be slightly expensive. He's gone for 20. Now make it 21 of 1.5 overs. Atikur Rahman, the captain, who's just walked out to bat, gets off the mark straight away. $51 for 2. One more delivery remaining in the over. Just knocked down towards long on for a single. At the halfway stage, Emirates Red 52 for 2. Oh, he's bowled him. Mohammad Saad just falls at the run of play at the halfway stage when he was going through extremely nicely. Jeet Bhatia flighting that and then exposes his leg stump and gets castled. Well, what a way to welcome my co-commentator here in the combox, Ahmed. Just as he was going well, he loses his wicket.
Frustrating for Emirates Reds. Once again, Saad Ali Rifai gets off to a start and not following through. And that is a massive blow indeed. A key batter departs for the Reds.
Well, it's Harsh Desai walking in at number 5. Jeet Bhatia, what a delivery that was. Beautifully flighted, a straighter one. Mohammad Saad trying to play that fine on the leg side. Just misses a straight one, exposing his middle and leg stump and only to get castled. Flighting, enticing the batter to go after him there. Harsh Desai gets off the mark straight away.
Yeah, the onus now on Atiq and Harsh to rebuild. Try to maintain that 10 or 11 runs per over sort of scenario. Won't be easy. Just feels like a difficult wicket to force the issue on. Fair enough in the power play, but after that, scoring has become tough.
Well, it certainly has been tough indeed. And that's a good shot. That's a very, very good stroke. Nadeem does quite well. just to keep the ball inside the field of play. They get a couple of runs. But sometimes, Ahmed, when you just cannot seem to be winning games, how do you come out of that rut? What should you do? What should you try different in order to change that mindset of losing? Because it's always not a good feeling losing, isn't it?
Yeah, you make an excellent point. It can be quite demoralizing. Honestly, there is no actual formula to turn things around. Maybe just one individual raising his hand and winning you the game. Is there an edge on that one? Mohammad Kashif says no. And Kamran with a cheeky smile. I think he always knew. But a superb spell from young Jeet Bhatia. 1 for 16 on the day.
.57 on the board, 4 more overs remaining. The last couple of overs have been quite beneficial here for Team Abu Dhabi. It's Ilyas who comes into the attack and straight away been welcomed with a slog sweep. Lukman does the clean-up, just a single. But this partnership is going to be very crucial here for Team Reds. They can ill afford to lose it, losing 3 wickets in quick succession. This has been the Achilles heel for the team in red. Well, hit off the back foot, not timing that. Shehan Veeraratne will cut it off.
Once again, seeing the slowish nature of the track. Not being able to time the ball cleanly. Can't clear the ropes. Ilyas, another young find. It's a big top edge and brilliant catch at short third. Well done. Those are never easy. And that is an absolute blinder. A massive moment for young Ilyas Khan.
Well, they say when it rains, it pours. And that's been the case. That is Shehan Veeraratne. Well, he's certainly a live wire on the field. And just as Ahmed did say, always a special bunch are these men from the Emerald Isle. Harsh Desai departs for 5. 4th one down, 59 on the board. Well, it's a hard-hitting right-hander who used to play for the 7 districts before, Nabil Arshad. Nabil Arshad at number 6. Straight away a wild swing. Not the technically correct batters, but he can hit a long ball, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes to clear that front leg and bash the ball hard. Very uncomplicated style. And it's tailor-made for this format. Oh, that was hit like a bullet. Can the long off get there? Lazy effort. Very lazy effort.
Well, that's the power of Nabil Arshad for you. Trust me, the fielders in the deep, they hardly had about 10 yards to move. But that was hit so fiercely down. And the ball just sped away to the boundary for 4. And it's Mohammad Nadeem, who is not the quickest around. But nevertheless, a very good shot there by Nabil Arshad. Last ball of the over. Once again, another dot ball. A brilliant over from Ilyas. Just 6 runs from it and a wicket. 7 for no loss. 63 for 4 at the end of the 7th. All right, so the floating power play has been taken. Raja Akifullah been brought back. Atikur Rahman out there in the middle with Nabil Arshad. The last couple of overs, the run rate has slightly been pulled back. This has been the story of the tournament for the Emirates Reds. Getting a good start up front and then losing their way in the middle. Well, fielder falls just short of him. Another single.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. Saad Ali Rifai has been scoring consistently up top, but they're lacking that follow through in this tournament. Perhaps don't quite have the batting firepower as compared to the likes of Sharjah or Dubai or maybe even Emirates Blues.
Yeah, that's been the story for them. Sometimes they say that you just got to play the cards that you have. So Emirates Reds have got to come out with an equation with regards to how they can begin to compete in this tournament. The start at the top will become absolutely crucial. But this man, the captain, Atikur Rahman, well, he's a crucial cog in the wheel. Well, this is not timed again. Caught in the deep. Once again, playing out of his usual style is Atikur Rahman, who's known to be more of an accumulator than a big hitter. Gets caught out in the deep.
Smart bowling from Akifullah to his field, enticing the big shot towards square leg. And Mohammad Nadeem, he's been absolutely everywhere. And a solid catch. So the captain departs. Emirates Reds lose their 5th wicket.
So it's Syed Musaib at number 7. Half the side back in the dugout for Emirates Reds. Abu Dhabi once again in a very, very good position. Mind you, they have some very big names in the lineup, the likes of Lukman Faisal, who can certainly finish the game off single-handedly. Oh, just beyond the reach. A valiant effort there though. But the balls, will it touch the ropes? No, it will not. They managed to pick up 3 runs.
Yeah, if there's anybody in the park who could have taken that one, it's Shehan Weeraratne. Great effort. Syed Musaib, decent shot, just trying to chip the offside ring. But it's certainly testing times. The score of 80 odd 90. I'm not sure it'll be enough for the Reds. They need to go into triple figures, bare minimum.
Well, is that gone? It is gone. He gets an edge on. He gets some gloves on that occasion. And Nabil Arshad has to depart as well. So Raja Akifullah strikes for the 2nd time in the over.
Excellent bowling, quick bumper, gloved, taken, and then some bhangra moves from Raja Akifullah. He's a character. And Nabil Arshad is having a torrid time at the D10. Just gone for single digits once again. 2 wickets down in the floating power play, 68 for 6.
All right, so it's Sudais who's walked in at number 8. And he's bowled him. Very first ball. And he's been castled. Raja Akifullah. He's picked up 3 wickets in the over. And he'll be on a hat-trick in the next time he comes to bowl.
What a delivery, just kissing the pads and crashing into leg. A triple wicket strike in the power play has broken the back of the Reds batting. So there's gone for a Goldie. It's 68 for 7.
Okay, so Faisal Patel, the new batter. He's in number 9. Musaib will be on strike. And it's Ilyas to continue. Look at that flight at chance, and the catch has been taken. But will they go upstairs? But in fact, it is not. It's been given out. So it's a team hat-trick here for Team Abu Dhabi. And it's Shehan Veeraratne, I beg your pardon. In fact, it's Ali Abid who takes that catch.
Well, how tragic for young Musaib. High full toss, bunted straight to extra cover. It's an unbelievable collapse here for the Reds. 8 down with just 68 on board.
Wasiuddin Zafar at number 10. Emirates Reds losing wickets in regular intervals here. Wickets in heaps, so to say the least. A team hat-trick here for Team Abu Dhabi. The last 8 deliveries, they've lost 4 wickets. That's a collapse of epic proportions here. Emirates Reds certainly seeing a lot of red.
Yeah, it's tough going indeed. A young side, maybe inexperienced, whipped away, but there is a cushion on the onside. And like you mentioned, it can be difficult to overhaul the team or break a losing streak when these matches are coming through thick and fast. No respite at the D10. It's an intense competition.
Oh yes, absolutely. You've got 10, 12 days of continuous action. And you've just got to keep turning up day in after day out. Just hope that your luck would change. But like you did mention, you just need that, maybe that brilliance, one player's brilliance. Somebody scoring a scintillating 100 of 25 balls. Just to lift that morale up. Maybe get to that 130, 140 run mark and then perhaps try and defend it. Unless that happens, it's always extremely difficult to get out of a situation like this. Just have to go through the motions.
Well, a half-tracker not punished, and what a brilliant spell from the young leggy. Only 10 runs conceded and 2 wickets to his name. A good find for Team Abu Dhabi. 72 for 8 with the final over coming up.
Well, so it's Ali Abid who's going to be bowling the last over of the innings. 52 for 2 was Emirates Red, 72 for 8, losing 6 wickets in 20 runs. It's not what the team's plans were.
Yeah, that's a dramatic collapse, to say the least. And fair play to Team Abu Dhabi. They've been absolutely ruthless, even though they've missing a few key players in the bowling department. No sign of Syed Nazir or Siam Khan, but still they've done the job fantastically well. Raja Akifullah, brilliant. Keeping a touch low on that occasion. Pace off from Ali Abid. So looks like Lukman Faisal's prediction of restricting Emirates Reds to 70-80 odd has proved to be absolutely spot on. He's a mind reader. Just pulling it across, the young left-hander Wasiuddin, new to this level, but with the ball he's been quite impressive. Bat not so much. And Abu Dhabi need some victories to get up that points table.
Well, it certainly would help their cause if they manage to get over the line today, and that too convincingly. If someone like Lukman Faisal can fire, that would certainly give them a tremendous boost in that points table.
And they would like to finish the game early, I suspect. Get that bit of a net run rate bump as well. So often we see these decomps come down to the final day on net run rate. So fine margins. You need to be ruthless when you have the opposition on the mat. Don't give them any wiggle room.
Yes, absolutely. This has been, unfortunately, for Emirates Reds, nothing going their way, and Team Abu Dhabi, well, they've got a chance here. At one stage, you felt that Emirates Reds were going to get above that 100-run mark. Well, not to be so. Last ball of the innings. Well, that's a big hit, but has he got all of that? He has got all of it. So a little bit of momentum in the Reds' favour.
Well, that's a fantastic strike from Faisal. He was off strike for the longest while, and he sends it packing. Exactly 80 runs achieved in the first innings by Emirates Reds. Certainly below par. They needed another 20 runs, but runs on the board are always runs on the board. So let's see. They got a very good start with Saad Ali Rifai once again, 32 of 21, but nobody else getting in double digits at all. Very, very disappointing indeed. And like you mentioned, Atiq, they were 52 for 2 at one stage, had the game in control, but they have let it slip out of their grasp.
Well, that scorecard certainly reads a story, isn't it? Apart from Mohammad Saad Ali Rifai, the rest of it just being like a telephone number. It's not what you need, especially in the T10 format. You need to try and focus where the top 4 batters face out the 10 overs. The 2 openers give them a good start.
Raja Akifullah, 3 wickets in an over in the floating power play, was brilliant. Mohammad Nadeem did a steady job as well. And the 2 leggies, Jeet Bhatia and Ilyas Khan, excellent, combining for 3 wickets. Well, let's take a look at the highlights of the first innings. It was Emirates Reds who won the toss and elected to have a bat, and it proved to be a sound decision because Saad Ali Rifai was looking in terrific form. Some wonderful shots square of the wicket. First to extra, then that lovely square drive. Aditya Singh Chauhan got a few hittable deliveries as well. That was a smashing square drive, stepping away from the sticks. And they were looking good at that stage until a loss of concentration, a loose shot, earned him his downfall. Saad Ali Rifai continued on his merry way, but then disaster struck. No communication in Punya, well, stranded in no man's land. And this was the crucial moment of the game. Jeet Bhatia getting the wicket of Saad Ali Rifai, and that induced a big-time collapse. Excellent catch taken by Shehan Weeraratne. Nabil Ashad with a lusty blow. Then the floating power play was availed and wicket stumbled. 3 on the trot for Raja Akifullah. And he will be on a hat-trick. Well, unfortunately, there will not be a second innings in this game. Ali Abid in the final over did a fair job, but Faisal Patel did send one packing for 6 to get them up to 80. So 81, the winning target for Abu Dhabi. We'll find out how they progress in the run chase after a short break. Match number 17 of the 2026 Emirates D10 in progress. Emirates Reds batting first, got off to a good start thanks to Saad Ali Rifai, 32 of 21, but the remainder of the batters just did not show up at all, and in the end Abu Dhabi did a sterling job to restrict them to a score of just 80 runs in their allotted 10 overs. In terms of the Abu Dhabi bowling, Raja Akifullah was outstanding, 3 for 14 in his 2 overs, and the two young leg spinners, Jeet Bhatia and Ilyas Khan, bowled really well as well, consistent wickets, and it was a dramatic collapse for Emirates Reds after the departure of Saad Ali Rifai. So the two openers out there in the middle for the men in yellow. 81 is a relatively straightforward target. It's going to be young speedster Wasiuddin Zafar taking the new ball. And joining me in the comm box is Mudassar Ali. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome.
Good afternoon and good to see you after a long time, Ahmed. Reds yet again not able to capitalize on the good start provided by the top order batters. They came back really well in the later half of the first innings, the bowling unit of Abu Dhabi. It all depends on the bowlers of Reds, especially keeping in mind youngsters taking a part representing Emirates Reds in this tournament.
Yeah, it will certainly be a tall order. Let's see if the young left armer can do something. Trying to force the issue. Luqman Faisal opening alongside Junaid Afridi. Luqman Faisal has been in terrific touch in this D10. He'll be looking to pile on the runs. Junaid Afridi just looking for a solid innings. He's a very fine player, just been bereft of runs.
He started off his career on a positive sign here in UAE, Junaid Khan Afridi, but lately not among the runs. This is a very big occasion for Junaid to get back in form.
Yeah, you're not chasing a big score. You have the 3 overs of power play, just need to go at 8 runs per over. You don't need to go at 200 strike rate, but even 150. Just get a decent score, 20, 30 odd to your name. Let Luqman Faisal go out there and go after the bowling. You can just anchor one end, spend some time in the middle. Or you can blast the ball over the offside ring and open your account with a boundary.
Easy picking this time for Junaid Khan Afridi. A width provided by the bowler, and he goes after the bowler towards the off stick. Offside in fact, and couple of bounces for 4 runs. A positive start for Afridi.
Yeah, easy pickings. Wasiuddin is not particularly quick. That was too short and too wide. Much more in control and good fielding at cover point. You would expect them to be a good fielding side.
Young, energetic. Yesterday we have witnessed quite a few extraordinary catches taken by the young boys of Emirates Reds. Aditya Singh Chauhan was excellent in the field. Not only about the catching, but also the ground fielding has been superb.
Oh, whipped away on the body, fine leg in the circle, and a swivel pull coming out from Junaid Afridi. That's a fantastic blow.
Lack of consistency by the young fast bowler. A bit wavered this time, trying to come into Afridi. Easy picking another boundary. A good start for Reds, in fact for Abu Dhabi and for Afridi.
That will give him some much needed confidence. That self-belief is so important for an athlete, especially competing at the highest level. It's not about your skill or talent. It's just about being able to deliver on the day. And young Wasiuddin Zafar, well, he will learn from this experience. Mixing it up with the best of the best in the UAE, you will learn that any errors will be punished. Perhaps you can get away with it at a lower level, not when it's the elite players. Better delivery, quick single, and Atikur Rahman, well, certainly he needs to join a football academy.
Talking about football, a big fan, you yourself, Ahmed, following the leagues all around the world. A video going viral about a goalkeeper scoring a goal in the last minute against Real Madrid.
And funnily enough, they have been drawn with Real Madrid again in the knockout stage of the Champions League. Benfica, Jose Mourinho, the magic man, does it again. That was truly phenomenal. Excellent Yorker, well bowled. And a fumble just on the edge of the practice pitches will allow a quick single. 11 for no loss. So it's going to be some off break in the power play. Young Gatin Wadwa. He likes to accept the challenge of bowling with the new ball in the fielding restrictions. Can be tough going on a pretty placid wicket. Long off and a mid wicket in position. Oh, big inside edge. Well, that's the way Luqman Faisal likes to operate. Nicely flighted delivery. Looking to club it over the onside. Immediate reaction. Mid-wicket comes in. The long on drops deep for Luqman Faisal. Oh, it's a monstrous hit in the slot and sent onto the upper deck of the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, landing with a thud in the stands.
Two dangerous batters. In the previous over, it was Junaid who got a couple of boundaries. Now Luqman bettering him with a maximum. What a strike to the radar of Luqman Faisal, and he goes big.
Yeah, some spectators out there need to be very watchful with Luqman Faisal facing towards the Bukhater end. Oh, it was a drag down, Gatin. He's trying to bowl too straight to Luqman. He needs to toss the ball up outside off.
A lucky escape for Gatin. No protection towards that deep square leg. He played a bit early, Luqman Faisal. So maximum followed by a dot delivery.
It's a decent tussle. He does bowl with a lot of overspin, Gatin. That one just darted in and then straight to the mid wicket. So he's holding his own, not bad. Occasional maximum, well, that's to be expected as a spinner in the D10 format. But 3 dot deliveries, he's doing a fair job. But once again, he needs to be outside off. You're bowling it within his hitting arc. That's asking for trouble. Heaved towards cow corner, and the result is the same.
That is the experience of Luqman Faisal. This time, bowled towards the top stump, and what a strike. Fetching him from 4th and 5th stump. A wild swing, proper connection, full runs for Luqman. And another maximum will be added to the total of Abu Dhabi. A young boy going for runs. Still no change in the field, quite surprisingly. Still long off and long on in position.
Yeah, I think Gatin should not be disappointed that went for 6. That's just the brute force that is Luqman Faisal. That was the right line. It's just such a good batting wicket here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And make that number 3 in the over.
Even bigger, even further. 3 sixes, 18 off it. And Abu Dhabi are on a roll, big time. 29 for no loss. So the right arm seamer Sudes coming on to bowl outside the power play, or have they taken it? Yes, they have long on and a deep mid wicket in place. To be expected with Lukman Faisal at the crease. Junaid Afridi striking the ball well as well. So let's see. He's been pretty decent in this D10. He's taken a few wickets. Not express pace, but he bowls the right channel. Wicket to wicket. Can he strike and get the Reds back into the game? Skewed away. Junaid Afridi trying to force the issue, Mudassir. That's not quite his skill set.
Known for his timing, Junaid Afridi, and sometimes you just get carried away watching your partner from the other end. We all know he generates a lot of power, Junaid Khan Afridi, and rightly mentioned by you in the break that if he can play straight, he'll be more dangerous batter, Lukman Faisal.
Big inside edge. So good bowling here from Sudes. Is just keeping that fourth stump channel on a fullish length. It's not a very fast-paced wicket, so sometimes when you play with the angled bat, you can often mistime it.
Variations are key, especially keeping in mind it's a belter of a track, but the fifth day of the tournament, if you can bowl those cutters, you might trouble the batter.
Yeah, variations always come in handy. Oh, this could be pretty adjacent. Umpire Sunij walks away, waiting for his signal. And leg buys. That was close.
Ball keeping a bit low. The bowler, the wicket keeper was convinced, but not convinced was Sunij. Touch and go, a close call. Survives the batter.
Once again, Junaid Afridi playing across the line. You're already short of runs in the tournament. Well, this man is plenty confident and hammered away towards square leg for another 6.
Going has been really tough for the young fast bowler of Emirates Reds because he's up against Lukman Faisal. Both the batters looking dangerous. Junaid on 10 and Lukman quickly moved to 27 of just 10 with the help of 4 maximums.
He really is a fearsome player, and he makes those big scores on the domestic scene as well. 150s, 200s. He has a big appetite. Good comeback delivery, according to his field. But they're off to a rollicking start. Done well in the power play overs. Hasn't bowled too badly, Sudesh, to be honest.
Apart from that one delivery where he tried to come into Lukman Faisal, he tried his best to generate that pace. It's important for these young players to learn the skills and the trade how to survive in the shorter format.
Oh, that has been crashed over point. Brilliant shot from Junaid Afridi and puts the exclamation mark on the power play overs. Short, wide, and dispatched to the fence. Kept his shape, fast hands, and that's much more like it. That's Junaid Afridi at his absolute best. Top shot at the end of the power play overs. 43 for no loss. So Faisal Patel, a new face on the UAE domestic scene. I'll be honest, I have not seen a lot of him, but well, he certainly can bat. Hit a lusty blow for 6 against Ali Abid. A bit of off spin coming in. Will be a wide on that occasion. So he's certainly quite wary and aware of Luqman Faisal's prowess. Oh, that has been hit like a bullet over wideish long off. One bounce.
Class of Luqman Faisal. On the first ball, he tried to play that reverse shot. Now, stand and deliver. Just waited for the ball to come onto his blade and he goes to an extra cover. Played with a lot of authority. What a shot.
32 of just 12 deliveries. Him and Aditya Shetty alongside Junaid Shamsuddin are dominating the Emirates D10. They've been in unbelievable form and consistently scoring. That is the key. It's not that one-off innings, Mudassir. Time and again, they're winning matches for their teams, for their franchises. Excellent delivery. Great comeback. Some flight, dip and turn.
A clever piece of bowling. Enticed the batter to go big. Pulled his length back, slow in the air. What a comeback by Faisal.
Not quite out of the middle, but there is a deep extra in position. So it looks a decent bowler, willing to flight the ball, put some action on it. But we haven't seen a lot of turn in this D10 at all. It's been tough going.
Especially for the spinners. The key is length.
Oh, he's knocked him over. That had big turn, well wide of off. And Junaid Afridi early threw his shot and crashing into middle and leg. What a delivery.
Top stuff. A classic delivery by Patel. Slow in the air, pulled his length back. And a poor shot selection from Afridi. So the first wicket goes down for Abu Dhabi. It's 49 on board.
So Ali Abid out there in the middle. Just 30 odd runs remaining, so not much for him to do except give Luqman Faisal company. Very impressive, this young off spinner. Hit hard and will clear the extra cover. That is Ali Abid for you.
The captain arrives and straight away getting a maximum of the mark in style. Look at that stretch. The front foot came out and with the flow he goes over the fielder. Backing his shot, backing his strength, Ali Abid.
Yeah, it is a slightly shorter boundary on the offside from this pitch. Wicket number 6 here on the center square. So that miscue just about managed to clear for Ali Abid. If it was the wicket we had on the opening 3 days of the tournament, I think you would have been in trouble. But 50 raised in good time. But certainly this young offie has caught the eye. Faisal Patel just shows you the immense amount of talent we have in the UAE. So many hidden gems, undiscovered. If you have the scouting network, you can certainly find them out there. A bit of a tennis forehand from the Australian Open. 13 off the over, but a very impressive over. 56 for 1. Harsh Desai, young off spinner, UAE under 19. I feel he's not been correctly utilized by Emirates Reds in this tournament. Immensely talented. He should be ideally batting in the top order, maybe at number 3, and get him earlier on when you're really looking to take wickets.
Got a plenty of experience, though he's young. He started his career with Sharjah team in D20, D10. Harsh Desai. He's a smart bowler, and rightly said by you. Even the batting department, they could have trusted him and sent him at number 3 or number 4. Yesterday, we saw him getting quick runs for Reds.
Yeah, sometimes the youngsters perhaps need to be a bit more forceful with the coaching staff, with the captain. Trust me, I'll do the job for you. Or sliced away. Deep cover has a long chase and won't get there. That was a loose delivery. The commentators curse.
He loves to go inside out toward that offside channel. Playing with the spin, and he goes over point fielder. Still no change in the field. If you are sticking to that 4th and 5th stump, get deep square inside that circle and send point towards backward point. Goes for reverse. Not a proper connection. Chased by Aditya Singh Chauhan. Few runs on offer for Ali Abid and Abu Dhabi. Just have they taken a single or 3 runs? Just a single. Poor running by Ali Abid and Luqman Faisal. Using the feet. What a shot. What a connection. A maximum. A brilliant hit. He moves into 40s. Luqman Faisal. Harsh Desai coming under the hammer of these two batters. The likes of Luqman Faisal and other teams' top order batters like Ronak Panoli and Aditya Shetty getting runs in this tournament. It's a good sign for their respective teams. A gentle push on the back foot. So 5 overs gone. It's 71 for the loss of 1. 71. In fact, should be 70 because after 4, Ali Abid just took a single. We need to make that correction on the scoring chart. 5 overs done, inching closer to their target in a comfortable position. Abu Dhabi, thanks to Luqman Faisal. And it's Luqman Faisal who is on strike, not Ali Abid. But I am certain and confident and pretty much sure next to me in the comm box is Atiq Nizam. Welcome back, Atiq.
Well, thank you very much, Mudassir, but what a brilliant run chase this has been. Abu Dhabi has made an absolute mockery of the target being set here by the Emirates Reds, especially that man, Luqman Faisal, and both, even Ali Abid, they've been absolutely brilliant, haven't they? They've been smashing the bowlers to all parts of the park, and this is what we did state, that a score like this is certainly not sufficient for a power pick lineup like the Abu Dhabi.
A learning curve for young lads of Emirates Reds. What they could have done, Atiq, is that if they could have added a few more experienced players, that will help the youngsters, especially on field. Brilliant, excellent stuff. Oh, poor, but the fielder, Sudesh, unlucky. Bowled really well in the first over also. He kept things tight, apart from that one maximum on the blade of Luqman Faisal. I do understand they are trying to groom and nurture these young players, but at least add 1 or 2 experienced players. That is what I feel.
Well, you're absolutely right. It has to be a mix of experience and youngsters, where the youngsters can also learn from the experienced folks. Now, like this man on your screen, Sudesh Rahman, is a very good talent, very good pace. Well, that's been flat battered. And it's a boundary. It's right into the gap. And once again, an excellent shot. Now, this is where the experience counts, isn't it? Going up against a player like Luqman Faisal, who's brutal against that short ball. And just to add to it, even I know even Sudesh as well, Mudassir, he trains alongside us as well. Mr. Awais Safraz, the left arm spinner, very, very good player. Trains with the academy there. He's a very, very good talent, this man. He's got good pace. He has a good slower ball. But you need those experienced batters, experienced players to train you as well. And that's once again played nicely down the ground. But this time it's a single. So within touching distance now, Team Abu Dhabi.
I completely agree with you, Atiq. When we notice his run-up, it's a smooth, rhythmic run-up. And he has a control, wrist position. Bowling in nets is completely different compared to bowl in the match. And if you have someone like Akifullah Raja or even Zahoor Khan standing next to you, that will help this young boy. Very impressive, not afraid to bowl those bouncers, especially to Luqman Faisal, who loves to pull. So scores are level. Ali Abid on strike. Wavered with that wide. Couple of more points in the kitty for Abu Dhabi, and the struggle continues for Emirates Reds in this tournament. Still not able to open their account on the points table. It just took 5.5 overs for Ali Abid and his men to get those 81 runs, thanks to Luqman Faisal. Another excellent outing with the bat for this young top order batter. Luqman Faisal remained unbeaten on 42 of 19, and just 1 wicket went down. And Faisal Patel got better of Junaid Khan Afridi. But one-way traffic throughout this game. When we talk about these two sides, Abu Dhabi clearly they dominated the proceedings in the second innings as well.
Well, it's that one monkey on the back that's just refused to get off them, isn't it? Emirates Reds, it's just been that kind of a tournament for them. But, well, they've just got to take the positives, isn't it? And just try moving forward in the tournament. This is what transpired with the Abu Dhabi batting. Well, they've just been absolutely unforgiving, so to say the least. The likes of Lukman Faisal, who's batted brilliantly once again. 42 of 19 balls. Again at his brutal best. Junaid Khan Afridi got a start, unfortunately. Was the sole wicket to fall. And Ali Abid joining Lukman just made sure that he finished the innings through a very good 22 of 8 balls. And Abu Dhabi romping home by 9 wickets with over 4 overs to spare. Certainly would and very much help their net run rate as well. The bowling scorecard, well, nothing much to speak about. All the bowlers certainly getting a tap. But obviously the pick of the bowlers being Faisal Patel. 1 for 13 of his only solitary over, the only wicket to fall. And apart from it, nothing much to speak about. So the Emirates Reds have a lot of thinking to do. They've been completely and thoroughly outplayed by a very formidable attack, such as Team Abu Dhabi. Certainly one of the hot favorites. They were the champions of the Emirates D10 in 2025. They had the likes of players like Rohan Mustafa back then. But even with their absence, still certainly do look like a very, very good team. So this is the highlights, how things transpired. Well, from ball 1, it was chase for leather for the Emirates Reds. Lukman Faisal and Afridi, they were playing some belligerent strokes, some glorious hitting all throughout the park. And some humongous sixers there by Lukman Faisal. Well, when he gets going, he's such a pleasure to watch. Certainly hitting on the doors of international cricket as well. Just waiting for his qualification process to complete. But after that, he'll certainly be a very serious contender. That was Junaid Afridi's wicket. And then Ali Abid joining in Lukman Faisal. Both of them batting beautifully, making sure there were no further hiccups. And one of the secrets to their trade was that even the spinners, they managed to get to the pitch of the ball and smash them to all parts of the park. And that was how they managed to wrap the game in style. So it's been a comprehensive effort by Team Abu Dhabi, winning by 9 wickets. And it's been a fantastic game for them today. Starting off day number 5 of the Emirates D10 2026. And thoroughly outplaying the opposition. So the match summary, Emirates Reds batting first, got off to a good start. They were 52 for 2.
Check.
Then at the halfway stage began losing 6 wickets for 20 runs. Thus the collapse. Best Mohammad Saad, I beg your pardon. 32 of 21, a very good knock right at the top, but apart from him, nobody else was supported. But Raja Akiful, a very good spell, 3 for 14 of his 2 overs. And then Abu Dhabi just finishing things off in style with Lukman Faisal and Ali Abid, making sure there are no further hiccups. So that's the game done and dusted, but do stay tuned. We have another game starting very shortly. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 17 of the 2026 Emirates D10. It was the encounter between Emirates Reds and Abu Dhabi. Emirates Reds batting first were restricted to a score of 80 and Abu Dhabi chased it down with plenty of time and plenty of wickets in hand. It's time to present the player of the match winner's medal. It will be presented by our esteemed match referee, Mr. Afzal Sher Khan. And it goes to the star fast bowler of Team Abu Dhabi, Mr. Raja Akifullah Khan. 2 overs, 3 for 14. A stunning over in the floating power play where he picked up 3 wickets on the trot to change the game. राजा आकिफुल्लाह, बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. काफ़ी अरसे बाद आपको प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच परफॉर्मेंस मिल रही है, लेकिन इस टूर्नामेंट में काफ़ी कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मेंसेज आ रही हैं.
पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ और जब भी टूर्नामेंट खेलता हूँ कोशिश करता हूँ टूर्नामेंट में कोई 3-4 दफ़ा मैन ऑफ द मैच हूँ. तो अभी भी कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि थोड़ी जान मारूं। पहला ओवर कराया है लेकिन वो रिदम नहीं बना था, लेकिन दूसरे ओवर में जान पकड़ी है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
और वो जो आपने एक सेंड ऑफ दिया था नबील अरशद को जब अपने उन्हें कॉट बिहाइंड किया था बाउंसर पे, उसके बारे में ज़रा थोड़ी डिटेल दीजिए।
असल में हम वहाँ अजमान में बैठते हैं ना, तो वो बहुत सारी बातें करता है, भाई मैं तानू इधर छिक्का मारांगा उधर छिक्का मारांगा, तो वो फिर मैंने कहा कि थोड़ा शुगर लगाना चाहिए। कोई नहीं, क्रिकेट है, कल को वो मैं मार लेगा, तो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ गेम।
और ये विनर्स बैटल किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
ये मैं अपनी वाइफ को जी।
क्या बात है, ज़बरदस्त, वेल बोल्ड टुडे।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
That's all from the post-match presentation from the ever-smiling Raja Akifullah Khan. Stay tuned. We have yet more cricket coming up here at the D10. Toss time. We Madhav and Fujera for the coin flip. Just to the side. Toss time for match number 18. Toss time for match.